Welcome back to Alpine Garage Sports. CU Buffs fans, we know that there are going to be a lot of people visiting CU over the next probably month or two in order to solidify their commitments, or if they're in the transfer portal, they're trying to transfer. One of those is Jaden Rashada. So we know Jaden Rashada because he made big headlines about a week ago because he decided he wasn't going to go to Florida because they couldn't commit to the $12 million NIL deal that they had promised him earlier. He had actually flipped from Miami to go to Florida, and now he's flipped from Florida and he's in kind of that big ozone of the NCAA, visiting school after school after school after school. And a lot of people are saying that it's a good chance, because he's going to be visiting CU, that Prime's going to pick him up. So, and you know what? That's a possibility. I'm never going to say it's not a possibility, because he's already done that with folks that we didn't think were going to come to CU. So at this point, there is a possibility. Here's the reason why I don't think that's going to happen. Now, before we go any further, we're a new channel and we're trying to grow to 1,000 subscribers, and we would love to get to 1,000 subscribers on this video right here. So if you're watching right now, we're going to be bringing you CU all the time. In fact, we are out of Colorado here, and I've got an in at CU. My daughter goes there, and I know the campus like the back of my hand because I've been going there since I was a young boy. And I've been a huge CU Buffs fan since I was also a young boy. But we're going to be on campus this year at every game, season tickets, the whole thing. We're going to be bringing you all that footage. So subscribe today, because we're bringing you the real deal. Now, we're talking about Jaden Rashada. Here's the reason why Jaden Rashada I don't think is going to go to CU. So first of all, one of the things about a five-star that is almost an immediate deal is they want to play. They don't want to sit out for a year. They don't want a red shirt. They want to get out on the field and they want to make a difference. And at CU, we already know we have a quarterback. And Shedeur Sanders is the real deal for us. I honestly feel like, if we had an opportunity to take Shedeur and pass him off and take Jaden Rashada, I would say no. I want Shedeur Sanders to play for the University of Colorado football for a lot of reasons. One of them is because I like what he did at JSU. I think he's a really upstanding guy, and the fact that his father is the coach, he knows him better than anybody. I think that we're going to get the most out of our quarterback from coaching that knows that quarterback. So I think that he is going to be his best at CU. And honestly, having a good backup is important, but having a five-star backup, I don't know if that's going to happen. Now, I think Jaden's going to want to go somewhere where he can make an immediate impact. So I'm going to crystal ball this, and it's not just my crystal ball. There's a lot of people out there that are saying this. I just don't think that anybody is as hot on it as I am. Arizona State. So this seems kind of strange for a guy that was just at Florida and Miami, but there's a lot of connections for Jaden. So first of all, his dad, Harlan, played there in the 90s. He played with Jake Plummer and Pat Tillman. So this connection is automatically something that I think would be a big deal. Now, the second thing is Arizona State has a brand new coach in Kenny Dillingham. Now, Kenny Dillingham actually recruited very highly and created a great relationship with Jaden when he was the offensive coordinator at Oregon, and they developed a relationship. Now he goes to Arizona State, and so now you have that great relationship there. Now, Arizona State just did pick up a transfer quarterback, but they didn't sign a high school quarterback this round. So honestly, Jaden could come in and start for this team. And Arizona State with Kenny Dillingham is going to be a very good team. They weren't awesome last year, but they're going to be much better this year. And if they have Jaden Rashada on their team, they could make a run for it. Now, Arizona State's also a warm weather environment. So Jaden comes from California, so it's not that far away from home. So all of these factors actually factor in, and this is where I think he's going to go. But the reason why I don't think he's going to sign with Colorado is purely because he won't start. He will not be a starter. He'll sit on the bench. And so let's get this other thing out of the way here, which is a lot of people think that Shedeur is going to be at CU for 1 year. He's a junior. He's going to then go to the NFL. I honestly don't feel like that's the case. I think that he is going to be at Colorado for his full 4 years, and this is the reason why. Because NIL has changed things now. So Shedeur is going to be making a lot of money in college. And when he goes to the pros, he'll be making a lot more money. But honestly, I think his draft status, and this all depends on this year, asterisks right here. If they have a good season but a mediocre season, meaning they're not winning the Pac-12 championship, then having another season to then pull more recruits, those 5-star 2024 transfers, are going to be important. And they could make a Pac-12 run or even bigger in 2024. Plus, that's another year in Power 5 schools to kind of simmer in on, give him that much more experience and make him look that much better to NFL recruiters or NFL scouts. So at this point, I think that 2 years, plus you're in the nest, you're in with your family, it's a great environment. He's going to be a king here. He already is. And his family are kings and queens here. So stay in the nest for a couple of years and really soak in all of that NIL and all of that spirit of Boulder. And the people of Colorado are just pouring love on him. I mean, he's going to soak that up for as long as he can before he goes to the pros. I think he'll be here for a couple of years. Now, Jaden's going to see that, or Jaden might know that, and that might turn him off completely. But who is not going to turn down a chance to go to Boulder and meet Prime and get the unis on and get those pictures and get things whirling and get those schools just drooling over the fact that you're thinking about coming to Prime? I mean, all of this is playing in his favor. And don't forget that in the new transfer portal era, Rashada can come to CU in a year or 2 years when Shedeur leaves, and he'll already have an in with coach, and he'll be, just ready to go. So in this new era, he doesn't have to come this year. He can come in 2 years if he wants to. Also, I love comments, and I will respond to every single comment. So if you think I'm completely off on this, please let me know down there. Just be respectful. And then if you do think I'm right on this, or I've made a point that you think may have struck you in a way that you're like, hey, I never thought of this, put that down there as well. Trying to get the comments up, and I love hearing from you. That is a wrap from Alpine Garage Sports. If you have not already subscribed, please do so. We're going to be putting out a lot of content. We want you guys to join us. Go Buffs, we coming.